G'day folks, I'm at Lake Nillahcootie and have a look at it. It is full. The first time it's been full for a few years, and I'm going to throw a worm in and see if I can catch a yellowbelly. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now before I start fishing, the first thing I need to do is get myself a couple of rod holders. It's hard to know how long to cut them because I don't know how soft the mud's going to be, and I don't want them too high. I might cut that there. Rightio, here we go. I've got myself set up. I've got my two freshly cut fork-shaped sticks in the ground there. I have to tell you, the best thing I've done is go to Bunnings and buy a really good tomahawk. I use it all the time for cutting fork-shaped sticks. Two rods. I've got the Robbie Alexander Signature Series bait weights that were made for me by Matty Furling and his boys. And I've got a bunch of janjuck worms and a paternoster rig on each rod. Pretty much the same thing that I do with most of this type of fishing. I remember when it was low, there was a lot of grass and stuff up there. That's right, I'll just go straight out there with the Black Queen. This isn't the Black Queen Deluxe, this is just the Black Queen, the one that I've had for years. Right, both rods are in, or both lines are in. Now the target species today is yellowbelly. I want to catch a couple of nice size yellowbelly to keep for a feed. I love a feed of fresh yellowbelly. That's the target species. The possible species that I can catch here are yellowbelly, otherwise known as golden perch or Carp if you're from South Australia. Murray cod, there's a lot of Murray cod in here. Carp, there's a lot of carp in here like most waterways. And possibly redfin. This used to be an amazing redfin lake, but over the years, ever since they started putting the yellowbelly in here back in the 90s, as with most waterways when there's heaps of yellowbelly, the redfin sort of dissipate a bit. So there may still be the odd redfin in here, although I'll be surprised if I catch one. Rightio, now Lake Nillahcootie is as full as a fat lady's sock. It's looking fantastic. Current time is 4:05. I've got about 4 hours to fish. I can fish till around about 8 o'clock-ish. So surely I can catch a fish in 4 hours. Just had my first bite. Oh, there he goes, he's still playing with it. Very carpy looking bite. Got him. It feels a bit carpy. I'll tell you what, I hope it's a yellow, because if it is, it's about 87 pound. If this is a yellow, it's a good one. I think it's a carp, just by the bite and by the size, because there's a lot of weight. Am I filming? Let's have a look. Well, now that I've ascertained that I am filming, geez, I hope this is a yellowbelly. If it is, it'll be an esky fish, I reckon. Actually, if it's a yellowbelly, it might be too big to be an esky fish. I love a feed of yellowbelly, but they're only good to about 50 centimetres. Once you get up over that 50 centimetre size, they get really fatty. Although as he's getting in closer, he's not feeling as big. It might be a nice yellow, you know. I haven't seen it. It's a carp. It's a carpy. Not even a very big one. Oh well. At that size, if that was a yellowbelly, his future would have been pretty doubtful. Although in saying that, this carp's got quite a doubtful future at the moment too. Right. Well, it's not the yellowbelly that I'm after, but I'm on the board. I'll get a quick photo. I've just cut my finger open on this carp's fin, so I'm going to have to get rid of him quickly and fix my finger. Have a look at this. I just went to get the carp out of the net and I yanked it, but I dug his top fin, fair in me bloody finger. Shit. I heard it rip when it sort of tore. Ugh. Right, I'm going to do a little bit of running repair on my finger here. How's it looking? Oh my God. I don't think it'll need a stitch. What I'm going to do, because I'm not going home early from a fishing trip, I'm going to fold this up. I'm going to put that over there. Then I'm going to get a bit of gaffer tape. And wrap a bit of gaffer tape around my finger. Not too tight, so I don't want to cut the circulation off. And that's me band-aid for the day. Then when I get home, I'll give it a good wash and assess whether it needs any further medical attention. I don't know how I'm going to reel in. I'll have to use those 2 fingers because I can't bend that. The gaffer tape's not very flexible. But it's going to do the job and get me out of trouble. Even putting the worms on is tricky because I've got to use a finger I don't normally use. Beautiful big sea eagle. This rod's getting a bite. Oh yes, he's on there. Got him. Is this a yellowbelly? I think it's got very much got a carp. Oh, he got off. I'll never ever know. You're not going to believe this. First I had a massive cut on my finger, now I've got a bloody shocking blood nose. I've been sitting here for 5 minutes with an ice brick on my nose. And it seems to have slowed right down. In a hell of a mess. Oh, that was a nice bite. I thought a minute ago I was getting a bit of a bite. Still there, it's still there. There it goes. It's just gone slack. It's gone really slack all of a sudden. He's gone tight again. Got him. What have we got? Is this a Lake Nillahcootie golden perch? Doesn't feel overly big. Like maybe around the perfect table size if it is a yellowbelly. But it is. Oh, he just got off. Gotta be joking. Oh, I've got another one on here. It's gotta be a carp. Look at it jumping out there on the surface. While I was reeling this other line in, this line went really slack, and I thought that maybe I'd hook this line with that line. But then I saw this line pull tight, and I thought maybe it's a separate fish. Oh, this must be Carp Bay. I'm not giving up hope on it being a yellowbelly just yet, but I'm suspecting it's going to be a carp. This other rod's getting another bite, is it? Or is this line wrapped around it? This line's wrapped around it, that's what's going on. I'll try and bring it in underneath there. Is it? It's another carp. Oh well. These carp aren't as big as the those big behemoths I've been getting out of the river at home recently. How can they talk to each other with that music so loud? I wonder if I can put in a request for them to play some Fear Factory. Tire out, mate, come on. This is ridiculous. Alright, here we go, starting to get a bit tired. I tell you what, that carp, he might have had a head like a spark plug, but he's no champion. I just had a little nibble on this rod on the right. There he goes, there he goes. He's playing with the lines, just gone really slack. Quite often that can mean they've grabbed it and swum back towards me. It's still there, there's the lines pulling loose and tight and loose and tight. Here he goes, here he goes. I'm going to catch a fish here. No, he's swum back towards, no, it's gone tight again. I'm going to catch a fish here in a second. Got him. Oh, there's some weight in this one. This is a big carp. No doubt about it. Typical carp behaviour, straight up to the surface. It's actually not even all that big. I don't think it's very deep out there, because the moment I hook them, they seem to be straight up to the top. It's a little carp. Just keeping my eye on my other. I've hooked him underneath. He's actually hooked underneath. He's not even hooked in the mouth. Look, he's hooked. I've hooked him. He's hooked underneath. Can't grab him properly because of my sore finger. Look at that, I've hooked him under there. Now he's off. A yellow belly that size would be bloody magnificent right about now. Right, I'll put this back out. Somebody asked me the other day, what's the best way to kill carp, or how do I kill carp? I normally just do the old stomp and kick. I go stomp with my heel, then kick them back in the drink to feed the yabbies and whatever else wants to eat them. Stomping on the head with your heel, it might be a bit graphic and it might not look very pretty, but it's quick. It's a quick death, and I think when you kill something, whether it's a carp or a rabbit or anything at all, if you've got to kill it, if you've got to kill something, you should always kill it as quickly as possible. As you no doubt expect, I'm using the Jan Juck fishing worms. Jan Juck live fishing worms. These are awesome, these things. In the last couple of weeks, I've caught heaps of carp. I've caught yellow belly, I've caught trout, and I've caught Murray cod on them. I've got to go, man. I've got a fish on here. I'll talk to you later. Oh, I've got a fish on here. I've got Rowan on the phone and a small fish of some kind on here. That's not that small. He might have just been swimming towards me. Rowan's been over at Waranga Basin and I was just getting a fish and he put, I think this is a little yellow belly. Look, I really mean real quick. Here we go, folks. Finally a yellow belly. There you go, folks. A lovely little yellow belly. Probably not even 20 centimetres. See ya, buddy. Right, maybe because it's getting later in the afternoon, the yellow belly might come out. If I can get one of them about that long, it's going in the esky. Beauty. Even though he's undersized, it's always good to see. I love yellow belly. They're an amazing fish, especially when they're wrapped in tin foil and on the barbecue. Here we go, getting a bite here. Look, nice bite. It's a bigger fish. If this is a yellow belly, it might be a keeper, I reckon. It hasn't come to the surface like the carp did. No, it might not be a keeper. It's funny, when they're out further they feel bigger, but as they get in closer to the edge they start to feel smaller. The line must just like drag a bit. I reckon it's a yellow. It's a Murray cod. Oh. Right, I'll unhook him. Oh look, he's got a big red sore on his head, the poor bugger. Something's probably done chomp on him. There you go, buddy, get well soon. As I was saying, when you hook a fish, when you make a big long cast and you hook a fish way out there, they always feel bigger, and as you get them in, they start feeling lighter and lighter. I was reviewing the footage of one of my carp earlier and I said, oh, it's a big fish. And by the time I got it in, it was about that long. Now, I'm having an absolute blast here this evening, or this afternoon. Having a ripper of a time. Hopefully the speedboats have all finished now. I've got nothing against people coming out and enjoying these facilities and speeding and whatnot. I got a bite straight away, look. Missed him. The moment I put that in, I had a bite. I'll put it back in and see if he comes back. The moment that hit the bottom, a fish bit it. As I was saying, I've got absolutely nothing against people coming out and water skiing and enjoying the facilities. But the waves, they were just out here, just off the point a bit, and the waves are annoying me, so I'm just sort of hoping now that the lake can calm right down so that I can see bites a lot easier. I can't believe I got that bite straight after I put that in. But I'll leave it out there for now, see if he comes back. He's back. I just had another nibble. There he goes, there he goes. Got him. If this is a yellow, it might be okay. I think it's a carp though. No, it might not be. If it's a yellow, it might nearly be big enough, you know. Please be a yellow. If this is a yellow, it's a keeper, I reckon. I'm going to be so devastated if it's a carp. It's a yellow, it's a keeper. Where's me net? I've got what I come here for. I'll get a measurement. He's not very big. I'll get a measurement, but I reckon he's going to be okay. All right. Yeah, he's going to be fine. All right, now he's not a monster, but he'll be a nice... Hang on, sit down. 32 centimetres. Will I have only? I reckon he'd be a nice eating fish. I'll put him in there. I'll go in the water for a minute, mate, and have a swim. I'm just going to double check. 99% sure it's 30 centimetres. He's 2 centimetres over, but I'm just going to double check the regulations to make sure it's not 35. Look, I've had a look at the rules. 30 centimetres is definitely the minimum. This guy's 32, so he's legal size, but I think I might put him back. I think just a little bit bigger. See ya, buddy. Off he goes. I just think he's legal, but I don't know. Even an extra centimetre, 33 or 34 would make quite a bit of difference, I think. I don't know, it was right. He was comfortably legal, but he was right on the limit of what I consider to be a decent fish. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I've called for the third umpire, and the third umpire said, put him back. Today's his lucky day. I'm kind of hoping that some positive karma comes my way now after I've released that 32 centimetre yellow. I love a feed of yellow belly, and I certainly would have eaten that. But I think I'd just like it to be a bit bigger. I'm hoping a bit of positive karma comes my way now I catch a 42 centimetre one. Getting another bite on this rod straight away. Wouldn't have been 30 cent. Oh, I get a bite on that one too. Shit, he's on there. Oh, he's still there. That was a damn good bite. Oh, this one's on there. It's all happening. Got him. Got to watch this one closely because it had a real nice bite just then. Oh, this one just got off. It's all happening. As Lindsay from 664 down under would say, got a bit of curry on the go. Right, I've just sat down. Talk about action. Got a bite on there. Then this one got a real good bite. I come over and missed it, and by that stage this one had come back and almost pulled the line in. I think it's had another little nibble. I'm going to put this tape measure on the lid of my esky here, because I've got a funny feeling I'm going to need it shortly. Something playing with this here. Still playing with it. Oh, look at the line go slack. Got him. He's not very big. I reckon he might be a little yellow. Oh no, he's got a bit more pull in him now. I reckon it's a yellow. A yellow belly by the bite and by the fight. Oh, he might be. Is he going to be one I can take home? He's a yellow, but I don't know whether he's... Might be the one I just threw back, is he? About the same size. The one I just threw back was 32. I reckon this one's quite similar in size. Look at that. I reckon he's a bit smaller actually. I reckon he's probably lucky to be 30. I reckon he might be pretty close to the minimum size limit. But not big enough. I want him a bit bigger than that. Not a bad yellow, but I think it's still a little bit on the small side. See ya, buddy. I'm having a blast. The fish are going nuts. I might just leave these same worms on and throw them straight back out. Here we go, getting a bite here. Got him. What have I got? A bit of weight in him. If it's a yellow, he might be okay. This might be a decent yellow, unless it's a carp. Oh, well, we just had a big lunge. It's got a bit of size to him. There's a yellow belly, I can see him. Skiing across and lift off. No, he's still too small. Still a bit too small. This other rod's getting a bite. Just had a little nibble. Ah! I was going to hold him up and show you, but he kicked. You've got to be really careful with yellow belly because they've got really sharp spikes on their dorsal fin. And say a carp. But they've also got really sharp gill rakers on the edge of their gills. So you've got to be really careful. So when they kick, the best thing you can do is just drop them. If you try and catch them, you risk cutting yourself to shreds. Just trying to get a worm back on this rod and get it back in. This one's getting a bite. Fish are going off their heads at the moment. Oh, this one's got some weight. That's got to be a carp. Please be a yellow belly. If this is a yellow belly, that's got to be a good one. It's too big. It's got to be a carp. Got to be a carp. Hadn't come to the top yet though. I haven't had yellowbelly fishing like this since back in the old Lake Nillahcootie days. It's got to be a carp. Got to be, doesn't it? Because if that's a yellowbelly, this is the good karma that's coming my way after releasing the 32 centimetre one. I reckon this might be a decent yellow, you know. It's a pretty heavy fish. Whatever it is, it's got a bit of weight in it. It's not a tiddler. It hasn't come to, it's not fighting like a carp. I reckon I've got a good yellow on here. If it is, I'll put it in the net, cast the other line out, and then deal with it later. Look at that, this is a good yellow. I reckon this is a decent yellow. Not even be too big. Anything over 50 centimetres is starting to get too big. I reckon this is me 42 centimetre yellow. Yes! This is my good karma after releasing that little yellow before. No, it's not. It's a bloody Murray cod. Bugger. Just when I thought I was going to get a decent yellow belly. Here's a nice Murray cod too, I must say. What I'll do, I'll put him in the landing net. I'll get my other line back out. He's got to be nudging 50 centimetres, this cod, if not more. Well, you go in there, and I'll deal with you shortly. Right, I'll put my other line back in, and then I'll deal with him. This is the best fishing I've had for a long time. This is just unbelievable. Snagged on this root. This is easily the best yellowbelly fishing that I can remember. Well, any fishing. Since back in the old glory days of Lake Nillahcootie in the 1990s. Right now, let's deal with Mr. Goodoo. He's bloody near illegal fish, you know. Except it's closed season. He is 57 centimetres. 57 centimetre. 57 centimetre. Lake Nillahcootie closed season Murray cod. Wow, this fishing is just absolutely nuts at the moment. Never seen anything like it. This rod, which has been in for about 1 minute, if that, has just had a drop bite. What that means is the line's just dropped really slack because something's bit it, but instead of pulling that way and making the rod move, it's pulled this way and put slack in the line. Doesn't necessarily mean there's a fish on there. In fact, there's probably not. But I'll tighten up the slack and get my eye on it. Just getting some kind of a little nibble on this line here. The line went slacking and tight. Now it's dancing around a bit. It's easy to see now that the lake's nice and calm. Look, it's pulling tight, here he goes. It's pulling it, playing with it. Missed him. Oh, I might leave that back there. I might leave that there and see if he comes back. I'll just leave it sitting there. I've probably moved the bait a good 2 or 3 metres. I heaved it pretty hard. I find when I've got a lot of line out, when I set the hook, I've really got to pull back hard because of all the stretch in the line. Whereas when I'm just fishing in front of me, I've just got to set the hook. But like that, I've got to, here he goes, he's back. When it's way out like that, I've really got to, oh look at that, now the line's gone really slack. Got him this time. Oh, there might be a nice yellow. There's a bit of weight in this fish. Please don't be another cod. Will this be my keeper? Might be a carp. He's taking it right off over there. He could be a carp, I reckon. It's hard to say just yet. I reckon he might be a nice yellow. If it's a yellow, I reckon he's a keeper. I hope it's not another cod, which it is. Cod central here. Righto, Goodoo. Got the line down a little bit too by the looks of it, which is not usually the case for cod. I'll get that out pretty easily though. There we go. Another lovely little Murray cod. This one maybe around 40 centimetres. See a goodoo. Ooh, big bite. Got him. At 7:31, I just realised that I haven't published my my latest fishing video tonight. A young fella just messaged me on Instagram and said, "Hey Robbie, are you releasing a video tonight?" Oh shit, I am. I forgot. I've been too busy. I just hit publish, and before I've had a chance to share it anywhere, I've hooked this fish, which I think might be another cod. Yeah, and it's around this line here. I'll bring it over this side. Got a little kneel there. There's carp scales everywhere from earlier in the day. A bit of cod thumb here if I'm not careful. Got him. I'll get him unhooked. Bit of grass on my hand. Another lovely Lake Nillahcootie goodoo. My old man kept one here last year about 60 centimetres long, because Dad loves a feed of Murray cod. And he got one here about 60 centimetres while chasing yellowbelly, but the season was open, it was in December, so he kept it. And in his words, it was absolutely shithouse. He said he's been eating them all his life and they're beautiful, but the one he got out of here was terrible. Whether it was a once-off or whether it's a Nillahcootie thing, no one knows. You hadn't kept another one since. I'll put this back in there for another 30 seconds until it catches the next cod. And I'll see if I can quickly share tonight's upload on Facebook and whatnot, Instagram, wherever. Oh, it's got a bite straight away. Look, it just hit the bottom. Here it goes. It's been in for like literally 5 seconds. I missed him. The moment it hit the bottom, it just literally just hit the bottom and got a bite straight away. Here we go. We're getting a good bite here. Missed him. Not got him. He's just very small. Could be the smallest fish of the night, this one. He's not putting up any resistance. There we go. It's a yellowbelly. The smallest one of the evening, and I think he's swallowed the hook. Yep, so what I'm going to do, bite the line off, lovely little yellowbelly. See you later, mate. Quickly get another hook on and get it back out. Rightio folks, that's it for me. This is probably the best fishing that I can remember at Lake Nillahcootie. I've had some fantastic sessions here out in the boat chasing yellowbelly with little yabbies, but this has just been out of the box, particularly with the Murray cod. What a fantastic sight to see so many native fish. 3 carp as opposed to 10 or a dozen native fish. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks very much for watching. If you've liked this video, why not give it a big fat thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.